They always call me a dainty princess.
I like it sometimes, but that was ridiculous.
Hi y'all and welcome back. So Amberlynn was asked quite a few more questions on her Instagram story, the Q&A she put out. So we're going to be going through and reacting to a couple more of them. I know y'all liked the last one I put out yesterday. It does feel more personal having commentary like this and almost like we're on FaceTime, we're gossiping, or whatever. So we're going to be continuing to go through these questions. There's quite a lot more in this one, so let's get right into it. And one thing I do want to point out is that Amber said that for this part, these will be anonymous, which doesn't make sense to me because in the last part, somebody specifically asked her, how come you're so happy posting people's usernames? That's weird. And Amber was saying, oh, well, I have to share usernames because y'all accuse me of asking myself questions, and so this is proof that I'm not doing that. But now for some reason she's backtracking and saying, well, I'm going to make it anonymous again because it's a lot more work when I don't. I have to screenshot it, I have to edit it, which I don't know what she's talking about because to my knowledge, for Instagram Q&As, when someone asks you a question, all you have to do is click reply. You don't have to do all the screenshotting. But yeah, so apparently this one is going to be all anonymous. She said some people don't feel comfortable having their username shown, but she did clearly state in the first Q&A part that only send me a question if you're comfortable showing your username, so I don't know why that was a problem. But anyway, let's just get into it, y'all. So this one does have the username shown, so I think that's strange. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. So someone asked, does Twinkie like Tommy? And Amber responded, yes, all my fur babies love her and vice versa. Yeah, girl, anyone to get away from you. Gosh, I mean, we saw how they clung, especially Twinkie clung to Beck, because she actually took care of her. Same with Jade, Wipey, how she actually took Twinkie out on walks. Unlike Amber, y'all remember when Amber was like, oh, y'all, I do take Twinkie out on walks. Look, I'm going to show you. She showed us a clip and she put Twinkie's harness on like upside down and backwards, and poor Twonk was like tripping on her own leash. Like, yeah, Amber, all your fur babies love your partners because they hate you. So this next one really got on my nerves, and it got on a lot of other people's nerves too. Somebody asked, how long are you staying in Minnesota? And Amber snarkily responded, never been to Minnesota a day in my life. Which is either Amber's too stupid to understand that this person meant Wisconsin, or she's just so stuck up and wants to prove that the haters are stupid by saying, oh, I've never been to Minnesota, you must have your information wrong. Obviously, this person is asking you how long you're going to stay in Wisconsin. So yeah, she's either stupid or she's stupid. And in my opinion, she's both. So in this next one, somebody asked Amber, what's the reason you don't believe the moon landing happened? And in my opinion, Amber doesn't believe it happened because she doesn't remember the astronauts landing on her face. If y'all don't know the context behind this one, I actually had a video about all of Amber's conspiracy theories, and I'm going to insert here the parts of her talking about how the moon landing was fake.
I believe the moon landing didn't happen. There's a lot of proof. There's a lot of proof online. It just seems like we were trying to make it to the moon before Russia, so we lied and said we did it. So another thing is, I believe that a lot of astronaut clips is not really astronauts in space.
Oh, that's a big step. What's that? Oh, it's windy. What's that saying? That's a big step for mankind. That fake Neil Armstrong crap. Ooh! Look how big that step is. I don't think I could step it. Anyways.
One giant leap for man.
Yeah, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Y'all know moon landing ain't real. Shh.
The moon landing
Okay, I agree with you on that one.
did not happen. Okay.
We've talked about it, and actually that one, yeah.
Did not
You
happen.
convinced me on that one.
And I'm sorry, people are gonna get so mad. So mad. The moon landing 100% did happen. I'm gone. I'm done. This is over. Okay. The shadows in it, you can't have, it don't make sense unless there's a light
Y'all, every single time Neil tried to go up to the moon, the thing would explode, and then all of a sudden it works. God, there are so many things that prove it's not. Oh, my favorite one! And I just got so loud because I just remembered.
I don't have an eardrum anymore.
Oh my God. When they showed, okay, this is day 1 on the moon. We're at this area. This is day 2 on the moon. We're in a new area, but it's the same area every single time. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. You are making no sense. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. There's literally an Area 51. There is a place that looks exactly like the moon landing photo shoot. I'm just not even. I'm not even. I'm so fucking done.
Honestly.
Oh! There's no such thing as astronauts. They have little strings attached to them.
I mean, it's probably freaking aliens, man.
Like, I'm just really freaking annoying, weird, loud. Does wifey believe in the moon landing? Not the first one, so we agree on that. I don't believe any moon landing has happened, but that's just me. That's just an opinion that I maybe, because there's some like things, or like how the moon landing didn't happen. Anyways, can you please explain your position on why the moon landing was faked? Oh, there's so many things. Just the fact that, did you see what Neil Armstrong traveled in? I'm just gonna leave that there. It's just that's just where the beginning of it all. Like, how are you gonna go up there at the speed of light in this little situation? Like, this is not gonna happen. Not only that, oh, there's just too much. I can't. I can go on about this forever, and I know a lot of people would not want to hear it, trust me. You can also go to YouTube and you can find actual clips of astronauts with wires. It's crazy, especially when you see the green screen. Oh, that was embarrassing, I will admit. There was an astronaut in space, right? And they were like interviewing him, and then when they cut away from him, you saw the green screen. I only know one useless fact. Like what? The moon landing didn't happen.
God, this again? Again?
You guys,
this conversation at dinner.
there's a documentary you can watch on Netflix called Did We Really Land on the Moon? Very convincing that it did not happen.
So in this Q&A, Amber responded this as the reasons why. Inconsistencies in photos, technology supposedly being sufficient then but not now, USA wanted to win the space race against the Soviet Union so they staged it, Neil Armstrong's responses in interviews when asked if he really went to the moon, constant conflicting statements from astronauts and people who work at NASA, videos/images show evidence of manipulation, the lunar module looked like a toy, so I questioned the landing/traveling capabilities. Like what? The list can go on and on. So I'm not going to sit here and try to prove the validity of the moon landing, but I do have a 5-part series now on my channel showcasing Amber's extremely intelligent 140 IQ. So yeah, if you need any proof that she's an idiot, go and watch that series. She has no idea what she's talking about. And the fact that she thinks that her little brain can even remotely compare to that of a NASA scientist is astounding. Like, Amber, just because you can't wrap your tiny little mind around something doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or that it isn't true. So moving on to the next one, somebody asked, if your life were to be made into a movie, which actress would play you and Tommy? And Amber responded with 2 photos. She said, Tess Holliday as me, Kristen Stewart as Tommy. I don't know much about really either of them. I'm not a big movie gal, but that girl on the left, she needs to be about 300 pounds heavier, then maybe she could play you. And the one on the right, Has she killed anyone? Because if not, she couldn't play Tommy. So somebody asked, where's Twinkie? To which Amber responded, I have gotten this question over 8 million times today. I've had Twinkie for 9 years and I've never been without her. Same with my other 2 fur babies, Wasabi and Rarity. People are more so upset that you took your pets on a 12-hour car ride for however long you're staying there. You understand that when you have pets and you're going somewhere for a short period of time, it's not abandoning them if you leave them at home and let someone else take care of them. It's so stressful for them if you're bringing them to somewhere else. They're in the car for half a day, a total of a day when you're coming back. Especially with kitty cats, they're in their tiny little boxes. They can't get out. They can't stretch their legs like a dog could. And so she's there for maximum of a couple of weeks. And those poor pets are going into a completely unfamiliar environment. Once they get used to it, they're going to be torn from that environment and going back on the road to home. I don't think people are even upset that she's quote-unquote abandoning her pets. They're upset that why are you dragging along your 3 animals to visit your girlfriend in many, many states away and then ripping them away from that place and bringing them back home? I understand that the only person in your life that even talks to you is your mother and she's the one driving you, but you can figure out someone else to take care of your pets while you're away. Also, her saying, Wasabi and Rarity, they'll never be without me, just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. She sounds so self-righteous, like, oh, they could never be without me. I'm the best fur mama, and wherever I go, they beg me. They have to go too. They love me. Like, Amberlynn, stop the nonsense. And then also I wanted to say how she's talking about, I don't abandon my pets, I never will, it's not who I am. Like, Amberlynn, there is video proof of you chucking a kitten behind your back, of you neglecting your animals, not cutting Twinkie's nails, not taking Twinkie on walks. We can see Twinkie is triple the weight that she's supposed to be. But beyond that, we also have seen in the past, although you continue to this day to deny it, that you let out Destiny's kitty, Gracie, let her out of the house so that you would be able to get your own cat. And if that screams great fur mama to you, then I don't know what to say other than you're delusional. Y'all, I gotta quit rambling. We're pretty much 15 minutes in and we haven't gone over very many. She roused me up, gosh. Someone asked, do you think people treat you differently because you're bigger? She said, I know they do. I'm treated differently at 350 pounds versus 460 versus when I was 570. So many people are fat phobic and some don't even realize it. It's a sad reality. Someone's size should never be the deciding factor on how they're treated, but it's my reality. First, I just want to say, here she is again playing the victim card. It's her reality. It's only her reality. Nobody struggles like Amberlynn struggles. Nobody's treated as poorly as poor Amberlynn is treated. This mentality really does get on my nerves because there's so much more injustice in the world and hate in the world than people giving you strange looks for your weight. And beyond that, people give you strange looks for your weight that you chose to have. How about all the people who are disabled? How about all the people who are in wheelchairs? How about all the people who have physical disabilities or mental disabilities that people judge them on that they were born with? You chose to be, at this point, you're probably over 600 pounds again. You chose this life. So when you're saying it's my reality and that this is just so terrible, you chose this. It is nobody's fault but your own. And beyond that, you are the one who is putting yourself on the internet. Nobody's recording you and sticking it up there for hate. You are choosing to put yourself on the internet. You are choosing to have your comment section opened, to even post these Q&As. So when people have criticisms about your own choices, you can't act like you're being fat shamed or everyone's being fat phobic. You're opening yourself up to criticism. So next we have a good one. Somebody asked, how come you only post vlogs when you need money? Of course, Amber responded, this statement isn't true at all, but the idiocracy needs to be called out. Imagine feeling so privileged that you ask someone why they're working in 2024. Things are expensive, and people need money to survive. The first thing that popped in my head is Amber's constant argument of, we need food to survive. And I also wanted to say, she is insinuating that this person is handed everything. She's insinuating that this person is so privileged that they're not working and that they can't fathom why someone else has to work. Clearly, that's not what this person was saying. They're saying it is evident now and in the past that you only post when you need the money. Same thing as when you were posting every single day but didn't have enough money, you put up those mukbangs because you knew people would watch them. And I think why the person is asking this is because, especially as a YouTuber, and Amber has claimed this in the past, that you're supposed to love your job. So when you're only posting vlogs because you need the money, that's showing us that you don't care about showing up to work. You only care about getting the paycheck in your account each month. That is what this person is calling her out on, but she always has to twist people's words, and she's saying, oh, well, you must be so privileged. This person isn't asking why others need to work. They're asking why you only work when you need the money. So this next one has to do with Mr. Snowflake. In our last part, Amberlynn said something about how he's as gross as the cardigan he never washes. And I don't keep up much with the drama between those two, but I'm going to include this question in here just because I did cover it in the last part. Somebody asked, why did Mr. Snowflake say you cheated in your relationship? I'm so confused. Amber responded, because he lies to his audience, but it's okay if the lie is something awful about me, right? And again, the wording in Amber's response is so victim-y. Plus, she's such a hypocrite. She's saying he lies to his audience and that she doesn't. One of my next videos I'm going to be putting up is going over her Everything I've Lied About video she posted several years ago. You're posting a video addressing all the things you've lied about, and beyond that, in that video she has a written list of all her lies. She can't even keep track of them all. She has to have a list so that she can refer to it as she goes along. What a hypocrite to say this man lies to his audience, but not address the fact that you do the exact same. Someone said, hey girlie, hope you're going good. I guess all of Amber's supporters are just as illiterate as she is. Was it worth everything with Alexis and Erica to be where you are now? Amber said, yes, 10,000%. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be in this moment. I don't have much to say about this one other than how many times have we heard this? Time and time and time again. With Crystal, I'm meant to be with Crystal. With Destiny, oh, Destiny's quite literally my destiny. With Beck, oh, we're gonna get married. Oh, we love each other. Then Wipey, she's the most supportive partner I've ever had. And then Valentine, oh, look, she's so sweet and she truly cares about me and she wants me to lose weight. And now Tommy, I mean, again and again and again, she's always meant to be where she's supposed to be, and she never looks back. She never realizes that she is in a constant cycle. I just know this next one's gonna rile me up. So this part, actually, I might have split it into two because we have a lot more questions to cover, but I missed Amberlynn Reid today, and we might not be able to get to all of it. So someone asked, and again, we have some incorrect grammar, so that's nice. How would it affect your YouTube if there was suddenly no more reaction channels? Amber said, they need me. I never needed them. I was here before them. I'll be here after them. We should be asking, how would it affect, wrong effect again, reaction channels if there was no more Amberlynn? And I want to say Amber should be eternally grateful for reaction channels, because if reaction channels did not exist, her channel would be dead. Nobody would care about what stupid content she's posting every other week. Here's a vlog with my feeder girlfriend as she stares at me strangely as I'm chugging down a buzzball. Nobody cares about her content. If there were not reaction channels criticizing her, rightfully so, and pointing out things about her, her channel would have been long gone. I mean, she would have had to work a job. I don't even know. What job could she even work? There's not a job for being annoying, so I don't know what to say. Someone asked, how long have you lived in Oklahoma? I thought I was caught up. She said, it's been a year now. Time has completely flown by. Feels like just yesterday I was terrified to live on my own, but then learned that I love it. She probably only loves it because there's no one there to call her out on her own stench. I mean, the floors are probably covered in her grease. The showers haven't been used since like 1842. There's nobody there who's criticizing her on how disgusting she is. Not that any of her girlfriends or roommates in the past really did, but still. Nobody's there to criticize her on her eating habits. She doesn't have to binge in secret. She can just do it out in the open. That's why I think she loves it. So the next one is asking, where did you leave the pets when you went to the hotel? And I still don't understand, this is a side note, why she went to this hotel. I mean, she went to stay with Tommy and then they're gonna up and go to a hotel. It's just kind of weird. She responded, one of Tommy's friends came over and kindly took care of them for us. Thankfully, we were only gone for 16 hours. And I do think it's odd how she had to stick in the thankfully. It makes me think that if one of Tommy's friends hadn't offered, that she would have just stuck them and left them at the house while she went and slommed it up in the poor hotel sheets. And I thought, Amber, that your fur babies couldn't go anywhere without you. I thought Twinkie was glued by your side and the kitties just needed their mama. So what, you just booked it to a hotel and left them not only in an unfamiliar place, but with a stranger? That's a great mama right there. So next somebody asked, when was the last time you showered? Amber responded, literally just now. Hair is literally air drying. I'm so literally glad that she literally had to show us a literal photo of her literally just out of the shower with her literal hair literally wet. So next we have somebody who asked, why write an essay instead of just posting a pic of you and Twinkie? Such a bad liar. Amber said, is the lie in the chat with us with a kissy face? And she put 2 pictures of her and Twonk. I don't really know what this proves because these pictures could have been taken anywhere at any time. But sure, Jan, your pictures really prove the haters wrong.
Sure, Jan.
Oh, so this next one has to do with one that we recently covered. Somebody said they weren't asking why you post for money, they're asking why you only post when you need money. Amber replied, I think you're missing the point. I'd like to reiterate that the statement they're insinuating isn't true, but if it was, or is, for anyone in the USA, you must have some privilege to not need a job, because people need money to survive, and to survive you need to work. Most people don't show up to work just because they want to. They show up because as humans, we need money and we have to. I'm more than positive the original person bringing this up also goes to work to make a living, so wouldn't it look idiotic for me to ask him, why do you only work when you need money? I'm not going to go into too much depth on this one because I already shared my thoughts on this, and also I could probably make this video an hour just focusing on this one question, so I'm just going to say once again, it doesn't prove your point when you twist others' words. They're asking you, how come you don't show up to work, aka post videos, unless you need money? When you should be posting consistently because you're supposed to love YouTube. You're supposed to show up to your job. You understand that people not everyone in the United States, not everyone anywhere lives paycheck to paycheck, but they still go to work. It's like saying, oh, I made $10,000 this month, so I'm not going to go to work next month because I made more. No, you still go to work. That's what someone's asking you, Amber. They're saying when you have enough money in your bank account to feel comfortable, you stop posting. You only start posting again when you're feeling uncomfortable with the amount you have, when you can't buy those buzz balls, when you can't buy the big old buzz ball because you ain't got enough money in your bank account. Why do you only post when you need money? When people don't just go to work when they need money, they go to work because they have a commitment to it. So this one might be the last one that I'm going to do for this part. I'm definitely going to continue doing these, but she has riled me up beyond belief, and this is a much lighter question to end on. Somebody asked, show us your dream engagement ring. So Amber put in a picture of a silver ring with a centered, very large black rectangle diamond, and she said, something like this but a little smaller. And this kind of throws me off for some reason. I mean, I know not everyone wants a traditional wedding ring, not everybody wants a traditional wedding dress, but for some reason to me, Amber kind of strikes me as the gorl that wants a 800,989,412 carat wedding ring that's really gaudy. Actually, scratch that, because the jeweler would probably ask, oh, how many carats do you want? And Amber would just throw up in her mouth because we know she ain't eating no vegetables. So anyways, my ultimate consensus on this is it's a cute ring. I don't know how it would be for an engagement ring, but whatever, Amber. Alright, y'all, so I think I'm going to end this one here. We have a lot more questions to go through, and I'm sure there'll be even more questions up on her story to come. I'm going to end y'all here with a picture of my snow boots. Can you tell why she's named that? That's my girl right there. So thank y'all so much for watching. I know that I have gotten some comments of y'all liking this type of video, so I'm glad, and there'll definitely still be more compilations to come. So thank y'all again so much for being here. Please know that I care about y'all so much and love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.